A lot of things have happened since the end of the 2015 season. A new year rolled in, a bunch of famous people died, the summer is killing me, and my wisdom teeth started to come out. With Australia just around the corner, I'd like to take this moment to talk about some things that happened in the run-up to 2016. So, shall we begin?
À Paris, quand un amour fleurit.
The preseason sort of started back in January, with the wet weather test at Pohicar. After bitching and moaning, Pirelli finally got their desires, and the 2015 cars were brought back to do their bidding. There were no new parts being tested, just good and old wet rubber. With the circuit being owned by Bernie himself, of course the track was wetted by sprinklers. Apart from McLaren continuing to be themselves and Vettel going out on a spin, the test went without many hitches, and Pirelli felt confident about their progress. Same, different! Kevin Jack and Jones Magnussen returns to Formula 1 on the new Renault Sport F1 team. He will be joined by Jolyon Brands Hatch, Hilton Park, Snetterton, Cadwell Park, Palmer. The team expects to run in the midfield this season, which means they are indeed back to taking the baby steps, and I'll be able to have some fun with them. The newcomers to the paddock Haas F1 team bring along two familiar faces. Romain Grosjean leaves Lotus to hopefully take a step in the right direction in achieving his dream of playing second fiddle to Sebastian Vettel. And Esteban Gutierrez returns to the grid after being absent in 2015. He's gonna have another opportunity to take off, figuratively this time. Whatever shell remains of Manor has picked up Pascal Wehrlein fresh off his DTM title win, and Rio Haryanto. Wehrlein is Mercedes' golden baby, and with Manor using their engines this year, everybody could see this coming, while Haryanto has his government backing him, which makes Indonesian taxpayers very happy, I'm sure.
I want a girl with a short skirt and a long jacket.
Renault was the first team to reveal their colors, and I have to say, all black? It's been done better. The yellow is basically an afterthought and reminds me and many others of the minorities in the 1980s, but I did like the matte finishes in the rear though, gives that subtle little bit of variety. Predictably, this is only a test livery, and since this is being recorded before Melbourne, I have no way of knowing their true colors until then. Follow me on Twitter to know my immediate reaction. It's literally the same thing. The colors may be matte, yes, and the white outlines are gone, but it still looks exactly the same as always. I'm not impressed at all. At least the purple's gone, and it's still nice they're trying something new. I did like the bulls on the overalls though, they look cute. Here it is, ladies and lads, the SF16H. All shameful reminders aside, it looks good. A bit awkward maybe, but good nonetheless. The black has a carbon finish, which I guess is better than plain black, and it also looks pretty good from the top, which is where I hope to see it this year. They're too busy winning to change their colors. Next. You'd think they, out of all people, would have changed their colors. Next. Despite this one looking largely the same, there are actually some differences that I can spot. Mainly the red swish on the nose is thankfully gone, even though it's done very little to make the car look better. And this number! Jesus Christ, I think the number 1 is bigger than my forearm. There's also this little crane origami right above it. They must be trying to appease to the Japanese bosses. Gray, black, and red. Very unique. Great job, guys. I love it. We can never have enough of the same old dependable colors of motorsport. Apart from that, there's nothing really wrong with the livery or the car itself. I quite like it. What's with the speed bump though? I might be in the small minority that doesn't actually hate the Sauber livery. Yes, it's uninspired and so much more could be done with it, but it's blue and yellow. You can actually tell it apart from the rest. I'm glad they kept the same colors, but they really could have done it better. I like your new dress, Manor. The colors complement each other nicely, giving off kind of a golf vibe, especially the race suits. There's a faint glossy M on the engine cover, and I like the tone of the orange. Kinda looks like the orange-red Reddit upvote button. It looks just the same, there's not a lot to point out. Oh wait, the colour's back on the rear wing end plate. I kind of feel like having some Pepsi right now. Nothing's changed on this one either. Still looks good, and it's still a better McLaren than McLaren. The plug nose remains in place, so we can expect their shocking pace from the last half of 2015. There's not much else to be said. Ferrari did pretty well for themselves, doing the fastest lap on both tests, both also using the new Ultra Soft tire, despite a few quirks here and there. However, their biggest moment was when they tested the new Halo cockpit protection device, and got everybody talking, including me, but more on that later. Overall, a good start to the season, giving false hopes to fans worldwide. Mercedes did very well overall by running 1,294 combined total laps, showing their car is crazily reliable and possibly boringly victorious. They also tested some new parts like a new nose and barge board, but that's not my thing to analyze, I'm not a nerd. They weren't without their share of problems though, with Louis stopping on the last day with a transmission problem. But that's nothing that won't stop them from curb stomping the competition. Renault hit some trouble early on. Palmer could barely log in any laps before hitting some kind of snag, but he got over it on the second test. While everybody's favorite pay driver, K-Mag, enjoyed some better luck and was able to take more out of the car. Red Bull was there, I guess. Danny and Ricky logged some good laps and were generally reliable, so let's hope their new engine badge won't crack under pressure. Same with Williams, they ran around in twisty circles without much trouble up front, with Bottas even managing the top time on the second day of the second test. Toro Rosso didn't impress on their naked run, with Carlitos hitting some gearbox issues and Main Vinti causing a red flag, but the livery reviews seem to have given them more power to be consistent and just better. They seem to be satisfied with their outdated Ferrari engine, so I guess everything's alright. Sauber used their 2015 car on the first week, probably because they were taking out the second seat of the new one after realizing they weren't gonna need it. They weren't all that great with the new car, but we weren't expecting anything anyway, so no biggie. Force India has indeed returned with their shocking pace apparently, with Hulk topping the third day of the first test. Perez also turned in some good laps, and the team took the opportunity to introduce their development driver Alfonso Sainz Jr. to the beautiful world of Formula 1. He also impressed just as much as the main guys. Haas introduced some bold designs, with Grosjean driving without a front wing a la Ground Effect era. That aside, they seem to be making a good name for themselves with some nice rounds in the timetables and some nice softs on the track as well. But they weren't without their problems either, as they seem to have taken over McLaren as a team that got their ass whipped by their power unit. Speaking of McLaren, they already started off better than they did last year, by actually turning laps on the first day and getting plenty of mileage thereafter. But the past doesn't let go so easily, and their last year woes came back to haunt them, with Alonso barely driving on the fourth day of the first test. He didn't get conked on the head this time around, so I'm sure he's relieved. Lastly, the renewed Manor squad did some things. Verline did well enough for what he was given to drive, and Haryanto is already leaving his mark, but not in the best of ways. He's still fresh and new, so I'm gonna give him this one chance. I'm not gonna be merciful when the season starts. The Halo! It's ugly, but that doesn't matter at all, it's not gonna stop anything from being done. I can see myself getting used to it with time, but right now it's not in the best of looks. Never mind that Ferrari immediately sold out ad space on the top part. The new qualifying rules didn't need to be there because they don't actually change much in the first place. It's the same, except cars now drop out in the middle of the session. But we also get a new duel at the end of the Q3, so let's get ready to see a lot of Mercedes face-offs. And finally, the 2017 aero changes. The FIA are so incredibly fucking clueless. Make the cars look pretty and run faster. Forget the fact that they won't be able to follow each other for more than 5 seconds at a time. I think they looked at NASCAR's high downforce package and thought it was a great idea. Next up, they're gonna be endorsing Donald Trump, or Nigel Farage, or God forbid, Marine Le Pen. Anyway, that's enough politics for my stupid little show. I hope you enjoy my analyses of the preseason stuffs. If you'd like to tag along with me for the 2016 season, please subscribe to the channel and also to the mailing list so you don't miss out on any videos. Also give the video a like if you liked it, and share it if it's not too much effort for you. This probably went on for too long now, so thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next race.